Hey, welcome to Crossroads, everyone, and thank you for being back. We're back live. We're going to go about half an hour on news. We'll jump into the Q&A afterwards. So if you have questions, leave them in the chat, and we'll jump to it. Now, look, first off, the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, he's been indicted on bribery and fraud charges, and this includes allegations of accepting illegal campaign contributions from foreign nationals. A lot of it seems like it's from Turkey. Now, the federal investigation appears to include others in his administration as well, on other crimes as well, it seems. Now, he's scheduled to be arraigned today at federal courthouse in Manhattan, but first, I want to go over the indictment, which was unsealed yesterday. This is what it actually says, right? It's the United States of America versus Eric Adams. It says in 2014, Eric Adams, the defendant, became Brooklyn Borough president. Thereafter, for nearly a decade, it says Adams sought and accepted improper valuable benefits, such as luxury international travel, including from wealthy foreign business people, and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. It says that by 2018, Adams, who had by then made known his plans to run for mayor of New York City, not only accepted, but sought illegal campaign contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign, as well as other things of value from foreign nationals. Now, note that as Adams's prominence and power grew, his foreign national benefactors sought to cash in on their corrupt relationship with him, particularly when, in 2021, it became clear that Adams would become New York City's mayor. And that's that Adams agreed, providing favorable treatment in exchange for the illicit benefits he received. And after his inauguration as mayor of New York City, Adams soon began preparing for his next election, including by planning, it claims, to solicit more legal contributions and granting requests from those who supported his 2021 mayoral campaign with such donations. Now, I want to be clear, innocent till proven guilty. The indictments often sound maybe worse because they're trying to make a case against him, but I want to go over what it actually kind of means. The indictment goes on to note how Adams allegedly accepted foreign campaign contributions from straw donors and how this worked by smuggling in donations through donors in the United States. And so foreign entities giving money to local individuals then donating money to Adams, they claim. Now, it also alleges that there were similar schemes with businesses, big corporations, and they were giving donations by funneling the money through employees. Now, again, let's see what they actually have with this, because, if a company gives a bonus to an employee and the employee wants to donate it, how do you prove that, right? Now, the big allegation here, though, is that the money came with strings attached, right? They wanted something back from him, given these entities and their influence over him. I would actually say this is one of the problems you have with campaign donations in general, because unless it's an individual giving money, typically a big corporation or lobbying group, they want something out of it. It's unfortunately one of the ways our political system works, when it comes to campaign contributions. I think that's an ongoing problem that's a lot bigger than just this. Now, the other issue with these donations, though, is what are called public matching funds. And basically, in New York City, there's a program where they will match donations from small donors. And, since Adams is being accused of getting illegal donations, right, illegal money coming in, they claim from foreign countries and so on, he's being accused of defrauding the city because the city gives you these matching funds based on small donors. It says that his 2021 mayoral campaign received more than $10 million in public funds through this program. Now, look, according to the indictment also, part of these foreign connections were to Turkey. And it says that Adams and his companions, quote unquote, received various benefits, including discounted travel to places including France, China, Sri Lanka, India, Hungary, and Turkey. And it alleges also that Turkish officials and Turkish nationals arranged for Adams and his companions to get other benefits like fancy hotel rooms and meals and other luxuries while they were in Turkey. Now, let me show you this. Here's how the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, put it. Watch.
We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. These upgrades and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or loyalty program available to the general public. As we allege, this was a multi-year scheme to buy favor with a single New York City politician on the rise, Eric Adams.
Now, look, those of you who've watched my show for a while know that I've talked about Chinese influence operations, especially related to the United Front. I can say this stuff is actually really common. It's extremely common. In fact, one of the ways the Chinese Communist Party tries to get politicians under its, kind of system is it will have individuals approach them through the United Front Work Department, and it will try to get them to travel to China, and oftentimes it looks exactly like this. Right? So they give discounted travel, they give them a 5-star stay, and they charge them like a very small amount of money for it. Which raises some questions over why are they going after Eric Adams when frankly a lot of people could be guilty of these same accusations. One question I would personally have with this. Now, back to the case itself though, one of the problems with this is that Adams and others, right, they're accused of not disclosing the benefits on annual public disclosure forms, which you would have been required to do as a New York City employee, right? If you're a government official, you work for the people. Although it says that he sometimes paid a nominal fee while getting discounted prices, and that's going to be funny as well because, again, that's very common. You do have a lot of public officials who will accept discounted travel. They might not say it's discounted travel. They might say that we have a travel package for you and your companions. And you accept it, of course, and basically try to bring you into their system. Now, the indictment goes on to note other allegations, including that these foreign ties resulted in policy, and this is one of the big ones. For example, it says that in September 2021, the Turkish official that, again, Adams allegedly had these ties with, told him that as a form of repayment for what he was doing, he should help pressure the New York City Fire Department to facilitate the opening of a new Turkish consulate building. And it alleges that, quote, Adams did as he was instructed, right? It notes that the 57-page document, of course, goes on it keeps going on like this. There's tons of examples like this. It's going to be a rough case. Again, we'll go over it. Now, let me show you this. Now, look, with that said, the FBI raided Gracie Mansion, right? That's the mayor's home in New York City, and it seized his phone as part of the case. If Adams resigns, which he's being pressured to do, he'll be replaced by New York City public advocate Jumaane Williams as acting mayor. And look, it's important to note also, he's innocent until proven guilty. We'll see what comes out from this. On the part of Mayor Adams, he's declaring his innocence in a speech recorded at his official residence. Let me show you this.
My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes. If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target, and a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. I know I am innocent. I will request an immediate trials so the New Yorkers can hear the truth.
All right, now, so where this really gets interesting, Eric Adams, on his part, he's alleging that these charges are a form of retaliation against him because he's criticizing the Biden administration policies on mass migration. Watch this.
New Yorkers know my story. They know where I come from. I have been fighting injustice my entire life. That fight has continued as your mayor. Despite our pleas, when the federal government did nothing as its broken immigration policies overloaded our shelter system with no relief, I put the people of New York before party and politics.
Now, Adams goes on to say that he will not step down as mayor during the trial. He was pressured to do it. He's not doing it. He's going to stay in and he's going to fight this while he does it. And it actually seems the current investigation in New York City, it also includes other officials, not just Adams. I'll be talking about this after we come back from a quick break.